So the first condition or the first property regarding Lagrange relaxation is about its convexity. We want to solve the Lagrange dual program, but if our ZL of lambda is actually a very weird function, which has a lot of nonlinearity and non-convexity, then if we have no way to solve this problem, what's the point of formulating this problem, right? Luckily, actually, we have the convexity. The function ZL of lambda as a function of lambda, defined in our previous slides, is always convex over this reasonable feasible region. Somehow, before we prove it, maybe you want to spend a few moments to appreciate this result. Why is that? Well, your primal nonlinear program can be anything, can be non-convex, can be a thing that you have no idea how to solve it due to its non-convexity. But after you do Lagrange relaxation, after you formulate your Lagrangian dual, your Lagrange dual program is always convex. Well, that's amazing, right? Because previously when you have linear programming, your primal LP gives you a dual LP. That is not surprising. But your non-convex primal may still give you a convex dual, okay? Even if your primal nonlinear program is non-convex, your dual nonlinear program is always convex. So that gives us one strong reason about formulating your Lagrangian dual program, because it is always solvable in some sense. Proving this requires a lot of foundations, so we're not going to really rigorously prove this, but let's try to talk about the proof. So we do have two facts. The first thing is that for any fixed x, our Lagrangian is a linear function of lambda. Let's take a look at this function. For this function, you have x, you have lambda, right? If x is a fixed value, if you are given x and you have no idea about lambda, then in that case, this is a linear function of lambda. Well, I hope that makes sense. Second, the maximum of convex function is still a convex function. Technically, if you have a lot of G functions that are convex, then the maximum of them is also convex. Well, this requires some proofs. It's not hard, so maybe you want to try it by yourself. But graphically, it may be simple. You have a convex function, convex function, convex function. And if you take a look at their maximum, it's actually this one, okay? So the convex function is still here, all right? So you may want to draw several weird functions to see, but always you will get a convex function if you are talking about the maximum. Or for example, if you have all these functions as linear functions, still for the maximum, it's still convex. No one says it's smooth, but always it's convex, all right? So this is something that may be proved, but let's ignore it. Now we may combine the two facts. What we want to do is to show the convexity of ZL, and we know ZL is the result of maximization over X. One interesting thing is that, well, this Lagrangian, if we are given any X, then this is a linear function, okay? So given a first set of X, let's call it X1, this is a linear function over lambda. Another one, let's call it X2, is also linear. Another one, that's also linear, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. So you are looking at all these possible X, and you are having a lot of linear functions. You are taking the maximum out of these linear functions, out of these convex functions. So that's why this ZL of lambda is convex over lambda. Okay? So this has nothing to do with the convexity of Lagrangian over X. Okay? Because in this proof, we are considering X as given parameters. Because there are all kinds of X, But whenever one x is chosen, then your Lagrangian is linear in lambda. Then for this Lagrangian dual, you actually can take lambda as variables. And then that's how you combining these two facts to prove that this is the convex function of lambda. Okay? So this proposition shows that our Lagrangian dual program is always a convex program for any primal nonlinear program. So as we mentioned, hopefully we all appreciate this nice result and this beautiful result. Whatever primal you have, your dual is always convex. So now it's reasonable to ask someone to solve a Lagrangian dual program. That makes sense. In practical situations, a Lagrange dual program is typically solved with numerical algorithms, because the fact is that whenever you have a convex program in practice, then numerical algorithms, gradient descent, Newton's method, adapted to their constraint versions, they will be useful to solve problems. In this lecture, we will give you one example to solve this Lagrange relaxation analytically. You will see later. Also, we mentioned about strong dualities, right? So let's take a look at this fact. So when we are trying to solve the Lagrangian dual program, let's call W star as the optimized objective value to your Lagrange dual. So weak duality implies that W star is greater than or equal to Z star. Well, that makes sense because W star is just one of these ZL of lambda. If all this ZL of lambda is greater than Z star, then your W star, of course, is also greater than or equal to Z star. Now our question is it possible for the upper bound to be tight? That means, is it possible for us to see that W star is indeed Z star, just like in linear programming? Unfortunately, this is not true in general, but it's true for convex programs. So what's this? If we have two nonlinear programs defined in 1 and 2, 1 is the original program, 2 is the relaxed Lagrange program, and the W star is defined here, then we have strong duality if the primal nonlinear program is a regular convex program. Then we have strong duality. So very quickly, as a summary, what do we have? If we have a general nonlinear program, then we have weak duality. Okay, solving your dual program help us to estimate your Z star. But if you have a convex program, then your W star is going to be equal to Z star exactly. And of course, LP is also one kind of CP. So it's not surprising that LP also have this particular result. Okay, here again we have this requirement about regular. So again, I'm going to ignore this discussion. All the nonlinear programs that happens in this course and most in the practical world, they are regular. So if you are interested, again, you may want to search for constraint qualifications on Google or whatever, or in advanced courses, but I'm going to ignore it. This is the strong duality of Lagrange relaxation, and we're going to just give you an example to show you this instead of trying to prove this. Okay?